So ever since the AtGames Legends Ultimate Arcade cabinet came out, I got contacted by numerous people asking me, well, how hard would it be to integrate their Hyperspin or their gaming PC with it? Should they buy this cabinet and go ahead and gut it completely so they could throw in their gaming computer? Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of people are overlooking just how special and truly unique the new application we got, the ArcadeNet Link, that allows us to stream locally via our home network and our home PC. And in today's video, I'm going to show you a prime example of just how special it is. We're going to play some of our favorite Dreamcast games right on our own AtGames Legends Ultimate Arcade cabinet, right after this. So first, let me tell you why this is so special and unique. In fact, that once we log into the ArcadeNet Link on our Windows PC, we have essentially opened up a remote connection onto the AtGames Legends Ultimate Arcade cabinet. And what that really allows us to do is have access to anything that's on our PC. So if we've got different emulators, different ROM sets, anything like that, we can essentially play them through this cabinet. I've tested it out on Launchbox, works great, and now we're going to test it out on the Dreamcast Redream emulator to see if we can play some of our favorite Dreamcast games. So the first thing I'm going to need to do, find my desktop connection icon, make sure we're logged in on our PC on the ArcadeNet Link. We are. So we're going to open this up, and this should give us view of our PC. Fingers crossed, don't make me a liar. And there we have it. So we've already logged into our ArcadeNet Link, so that's good. We're going to use the trackball as our mouse, and we're going to use the buttons as our selection. So I'm going to go to my Dreamcast folder here, and I'm going to find my Redream application. And you'll notice my latency and my frames per second is kind of all over the place. I've got pretty crummy internet, 25 megs. It's really the fastest I'm allowed to have in this area. It's kind of unfortunate. I've went to the AT&T offices numerous times and just shook money in their face and said, give me faster internet. And they just laughed at me. So it is what it is, but for whatever reason, it's still good enough to do this. So props to that. So let's go ahead and let's test out some Dynamite Cop. Again, I'm using the trackball. Loads the game successfully. One thing I have noticed is the volume through the arcade cabinet is rather quiet. So I have to turn it up pretty loud to be able to hear it through the arcade cabinet. Not sure if that's a setting I need to tweak later, but regardless, it works. That's all that matters, it works. So, just beating up pirates. What more do you want? Getting that power up. And I'm just using the free version of Redream. There's a paid version that actually, I think it's $5 or $6, and it actually gives you some better graphics overall. But since the Dreamcast really wasn't like a super high definition console to begin with, I just went with a free version, so good enough. All right, I've got my USB keyboard plugged in, really only to hit the escape button and back out of the game. Haven't figured out how to do it on the built-in control panel because the menu settings, it really only backs it out of the BYOG service to begin with. So USB keyboard to back out of my game, gonna hit my escape button down here. Brings up my menu of the Redream application. Still using my joystick and everything. We're gonna hit exit game, and then we're gonna go test something else. So let's go ahead and try NFL Blitz. Because it's Sunday, why not play some football? Since the Chiefs had a bye week, I got a little extra time on my hands. Uh-oh, playing the Rams when they were still in St. Louis before they traded off and left Missouri high and dry. Kurt Warner. All right, let's see if I can make it 10 yards without getting murdered. Nope. Only made it 8. Surprise, surprise. Throw it. Well, that was not so good. Can't say I'm shocked. This game is super fun, but it's super nerve-wracking because just stuff. Oh, run! There we go. That was a good play. It's very, very rare do you get these long plays in Blitz. Normally, you get sacked like instantly. Oh, come on. Tony G, you gotta hold on to that, regardless if the guy is judo throwing you around or not. Uh-oh. This is not good. 3rd and 40. That sounds like a street connection. 3rd Avenue and 40th Street? Jeez. Yeah, that was a good one. Throw a 5-yard out. All right, I'm gonna hit escape on my keyboard. There we go. Exit. Let's pick a different game. So let's go with House of the Dead. All right, so this one was interesting. I was playing with this one earlier, and first of all, it works. A little quirky, but it works. Obviously designed for light guns and those type of things, but you can play it with the joystick. Not ideal, but it is functional. So worth checking out for yourself. If this is something you would want to play, definitely recommend. All right, so you move the cursor around with the joystick like normally would. Obviously it's not as responsive as an analog, but it works. Reloads B, fire buttons A, and you get to shooting. Oh, here they come. But like I said, it works. Not the perfect replication, but it works really well in my opinion. I mean, this is playable as long as my internet's cooperating. Well, you shouldn't have came outside. Oh, definitely shot her in the leg. Wow. Looks like we're definitely having some lag issues, but that's, again, that's my internet. That's not the setup and everything. Die, devil frogs! Boom! Zombie guts everywhere. Yeah, I'm dead. Probably time to play a different game. Escape on our keyboard again. Exit again. Alright, let's try Power Stone. This is, if you're not familiar with Power Stone 2, it's essentially Smash Brothers for Sega. I mean, that's the most abrupt way to describe this. It's a fun game. Arcade. Gonna be Pete. Sneaky Pete. Well, let's go up top. And I can actually hear my wife downstairs watching Netflix, so that's probably a lot of the reason why I'm having some latency issues. All right, let's go Sneaky Pete. Oh. Oh man, there's too much going on. Bounce you. What you getting mummified, getting them gems. I got 2 power stones, and I got hit in the face with a fireball, of course. There we go. Coming at you with a crazy breakdance. And I got the spikes. Alright, let's back out of this one. Just want to give you a quick overview. And of course, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Everybody wants to play this game, but it's one of those games that's typically hard to emulate and hard to play on Raspberry Pis and things like that. So definitely cool that it's on here. Super playable with this Redream emulator. There's a bunch of other emulators out there that you can try for Dreamcast. Like I said, this is not solely something that only works for Dreamcast. This basically, if your computer can run it, you can play it for the most part as long as you configure the controls either on your PC or through here via whatever emulation you are running. So if the redream here, I've got a menu that I can go up. So input, and you can see I can change it to keyboard, and I can configure my inputs that way. So worth checking out. Anyways, back to the game. Resume game. Capcom. Gonna take you for a ride. It's like the most catchy song ever. Here it is. Get Ryu and Cap. And always go with Venom. He's my bruiser. Do normal. I don't ever play Turbo because I'm just not that good at Turbo. See how it goes with the wife watching Netflix downstairs. Why do I have to go against the Hulk right out of the gate? There we go. Seems to be running well though. Like I said, a little bit of latency just because of my crappy internet, but regardless, if you've got some decent internet, that shouldn't affect you. And he totally hit me with that combo. Come on, come a little closer. Worth checking out, for sure. That does it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like button. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends so they know how to do this and they get to experimenting on their own. Like I said, this isn't going to be the only application you can do this with. You can do this with Launchbox. You can do this with any other emulator out there if you have a gaming PC capable of running certain games. Feel free to test them out, give them a whirl. Lots of possibilities out there, untested. This is the new Wild West and the unexplored frontier, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, make sure it's ring-a-ling-a-dinging so you'll be the first to know every time I upload more great content like this. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.